For this review, I'm going to put about as much effort into making this as Tyga did on his most recent project. Absolutely fucking nothing. I am a firm believer in giving all music a fair shot. This is not music. I haven't listened to this, and I don't care to listen to it. And I will never listen to it. Because you want to know why? This isn't fucking music. It's a cheap imitation of the rawest form of human expression. Like, this is real. This is real. We truly do. This is real, by the way. We live in a time where underground artists aren't getting the recognition, praise, and necessary pay in order to survive that they deserve, but Tyga over here can make a fucking AI album. And then he has the fucking audacity to say that generative AI usage is like auto-tune. I mean, come on, all of his discography is just mid. He's been pumping out mid since 2008. He's done nothing to contribute to the genre. He has done nothing to challenge the form. He has done nothing in the realm of innovation. His entire fucking career has been fence riding and generic. He has 9 albums, and since when have you heard anybody, and I mean anybody, say that their favorite artist is Tyga? Just prove me wrong right now. Prove me wrong right now. Nobody has said their favorite artist is Tyga. I flat out have more respect for Corey Feldman's Angelic to the Core. I have more respect for that record than I do for this dog shit. Because at least Angelic to the Core, despite being probably the worst record of 2016, was actually made by human beings. And there was probably at least a semblance of a creative thought put into that project. This is slop. This is slop. This is terrible. This is the worst fucking record ever made. This was commercially released. Pretty sure there was CD for this. There's vinyl for this. This is the fucking worst album ever made, in my opinion. It's not even an album. To call it an album is an insult to every single artist who exists now, who has existed in the past, and will exist in the future. To call this an album is not true. This is not an album. This is not art. This isn't even a product. This is like, I don't think there is a word in the English lexicon that can describe what this shit actually is. I have never come across anything without some redeeming qualities. In my opinion, everything has some redeeming quality. I mean, look at Vultures 2. That shit was a flaming pile of trash. However, there were like 3 good songs on it total. Maybe. This is, there's nothing redeeming about it. There was no thought, no passion, no creativity, no nothing. It is empty. We really, truly do live in a time where creativity is the most accessible that it's ever been in human history. Even just back in the 80s, you needed studio equipment, you needed live instruments, you needed tape machines, and those were tens of thousands of dollars. But now, you can just get a shitty laptop and install Fruity Loops and use the fucking MIDI. MIDI has been around for 30 years. We can use MIDI. It is so easy to learn how to do anything nowadays. We live in the era of information. We live in the era of information. We can learn anything with the click of a button and a little bit of reading or a little bit of listening. We can learn anything. And yet, we live in a time period where generative AI is genuinely a fucking cancer. Because talentless hacks want the illusion of talent. People who genuinely have the mental capacity of dead starfish want access to talent that they can just pay people for. or learn themselves. Except no, they can't learn themselves because there are no neurons firing. The lights are on, but nobody's home. The home hasn't been occupied for 20 years. We live in a time period where instead of learning, we opt for the easy way out. We opt for a way that kills the planet. We opt for a way that just overloads our dopamine receptors by scrolling short form content. We do not choose to learn. We chose the hedonistic path of generative AI. And this is probably the boldest move ever made. Not because it challenges the form, because we all know Tyga is a sad, pathetic excuse of an artist. This has shown people, and this will embolden people who think that this is a good thing. This is emboldening people who think that they can get away with putting out a generative AI album or generative AI whatever, what have you, and it gives them the impression that it will be successful. And it gives them the perspective that they're just as good as real artists. They're not. You're subhuman trash. Pick up a pencil and learn. Buy an MPK. Buy Fruity Loops. You don't even need to buy Fruity Loops. I'm not even talking about piracy. I'm talking about the demo. Fucking Tyler, the Creator, one of the greatest hip-hop artists of the generation, learned how to produce music with the demo version of Fruity Loops in 2005. Kurt Cobain just recorded shit onto a small little tape machine with his guitar. Ye had an MPC and a tape machine. There is nothing stopping you from learning. There is nothing stopping you from creating. There is nothing stopping you from enjoying one of the most simple and core fundamental enjoyments of being a human being. There is nothing, and I mean nothing, stopping you. And now I'm talking to everybody. If you think that, oh, I can't pick up a pencil, I can't draw, pick up the pencil and create. It doesn't have to be good. It just has to exist. What I don't want you to do is go to Gemini or ChatGPT or Claude or whatever the fuck and generate a soulless, stolen image. Learn. Pick up a pencil. Go use the typing to MIDI mode in your DAW. Life is so much more. And by doing this, you are robbing yourself of a fundamental joy in human nature. Generative AI is a cancer that is killing our planet. I will never support it. Tyga is a sad, fucking pathetic excuse of an artist who honestly should never be able to show his fucking face again. This has been it. Good night.